next flag bearer of the UDP?
No.
Why?
But
I'm not going to be the flag bearer of UDP. I don't even have the
listen to me,
capacity
you have
to do that.
You see, Mama Kande or anybody from GDC will not, from the executive, will not come and insult anybody.
Okay.
Halifa Sallah and Sidia Jada and any senior person will not come and insult anybody. But if somebody is insulting someone in your name, I think you should disassociate from that. So listen to me. If I come to that insult because of Fatah, you could have said that Omar Wali is doing this as his own cost. That alone will send a signal to people that, well, Mr. X is Omar Wali is insulting, but Pata said disassociate himself.
So Omar, let's play a fair game here, a very, very fair game.
Right.
Which I think Gambians have always been missing. Even before this change, anytime that Hussein hits a political platform, or even when he's addressing people, he has an interview with you. Anytime you say, what is your final word to Gambians or stuff like that, what Hussein will say is, let us do these things in respect. Let us not insult. Let us not do this. Let us all those kind of tribalism things that people Hussein always shuns them. Now, if you're having, let's even say you have 15,000 UDP members on social media. So today I come over here and say something. Now, maybe now I'm on a platform now and I'm arguing. I can understand, and maybe perhaps my relationship with some people UDP can say, hey, we're not associating ourselves with what he is saying on your platform. But if somebody else sprung on their Facebook page, somebody with 2,000, let's even say 2,000 followers on his page and insulted Omar because Omar said something about the UDP, I am not expecting the UDP to go and address every single one of those, man.
No.
I'm not. What the party can do is take an official position to say, let nobody insult in the name of the party. I think that is enough.
But let me tell you this, Pata. When we were fighting, when the whole country was fighting, we were in the diaspora. At that time, never would any member of the UDP or the people who claim they are UDP were insulting any of us. That time it was fine.
So
wait.
Pata.
No, Omar, wait. She let her complete her thoughts.
No, at that time because they feel that we were all supporting UDP because that time. No, let me finish. 2016, Dabo.
It did not start in 2016.
No,
the social media was
I was saying, I'm not talking about the social media. I was saying when I started paying attention to these things.
Yeah, but that was in 2000.
But let me finish. That time we had the lawyer Usainu Dabos in prison, so everybody at that time thought that we were all UDP because that time it was not about a party, it was about a country. So we were all trying to save them and also try to do what we can. The insults were down a bit. But then when it got to a point where the government was formed and then, Barrow became the president, and then some of us started speaking against what we saw at that time that the president was doing. That was when the insults started. And this started from people that you and I were fighting with.
No.
I can sit here and call names of the very prominent people in the struggle who don't even talk, we don't even talk anymore. So because they feel that time we were not supporting President Barrow. But now...
You need to start calling you Kendall.
Okay.
So this is where it is, Fadu. In fact, even on your program, you keep saying this. You keep saying, oh, there are people that we have been fighting with, all of those people are not doing this. Some of the people that are insulted now, we don't, sometimes you don't even know them. At the time of the struggle, people have to understand one thing. There is a difference between a dictatorship and a democracy. At the time that we were fighting, before the change, we have an agenda. The choice was, we only had one choice. The choice was either to support tyranny or its alternative. We have a democracy. These things are inconveniences. I'm not sitting over here excusing any insults because I don't do insults. Even when people insult me, I laugh at them and go.
What you do sometimes is more than insults.
No, what I do is annoying. I annoy people.
Now, you did that to get rid of a dictatorship. Now, you government in place, you want people, you think people will spare you too? They will also do anything.
Let them come in. I am very okay with this, Omar.
But UDP, they don't want anybody to say anything. Even this interview that we're doing, when you're supporting Barrow, or you're doing this. Why are they so sensitive
let me tell you
to criticism? I don't get it. Because somebody like lawyer Usainu Dabo, let's give credit where it is due. They will call me all kind of names. You don't support UDP. I don't belong to any political party. In fact, I always say I don't even know President Barrow. And I would not go and run after somebody I don't even know. But lawyer Usainu Dabo, anywhere you see him, he'll be nice to you. No matter what is said on air, no matter what you said anywhere, he will be the same person. But most of the UDP members, including yourself, anytime you feel that people, what they're doing is against it or it doesn't favor UDP, it's always a problem. You cannot control the whole country and not everybody can join UDP.
Here is a problem.
Yes.
Like, for example, myself and Suleiman Bokarba. Suleiman will always say, and she sees something, any slide hole against the UDP, he will run in there. And I would do the same.
Just like what you do to her.
I would do the door, right?
Yeah.
But nobody will come and sit over here and tell me that I do not have any sort of respect for Khalifa or even Suleiman Ba. These are my people. So, but I am not, only because I'm against them, I am not expecting them to join the UDP. People need to understand one thing.
Well, can you tell that to your members?
No, wait, and then they understand.
Yeah,
we cannot expect.
Sensitize
we
them.
cannot. No, wait.
They need
We cannot let us move away from the fact that anytime somebody disagrees with you, it's a sort of a hate.
Yeah, but you
people
need
get
to tell
understand
them
that. The people, I don't have control over anybody.
No, but that in itself is a problem. I don't get that, because you cannot have a big political party like the UDP, and you have people going after people, harassing them, intimidating them, insulting. Of course it is. It is there.
So this is what it is.
For them. No. Let me finish. For most of them, whether everybody has to be UDP, and you have to start clapping for them. And some people would not be UDP or any member of any other party.
That is impossible.
You need to sensitize your people about that.
We have been in this country for 22 years plus, right? We have not formed a government. So obviously we are aware that not everybody can be a UDP member. What I am trying to say is, if people have a problem with me, for example, you and I have a back and forth, a disagreement over the UDP, I don't want people to think that that is the position of the UDP, that Fatu must be UDP. No, that's because that is unrealistic. But what you guys also need to get used to is this: if you have a different political position, or not even a different opinion with somebody, be prepared to go at it with them respectfully. You see me? When you meet me, I'm nice to everybody because I learned that from Ousainou. I don't care who I fight with on social media.
But one thing I can tell you, your supporters can be very intimidating, and sometimes they're very violent, and that's a problem. They can be violent, and that's a problem.
The most peaceful political party in this country.
I said this to the Vice President, Honorable Ousainou Darboe. Yeah. I said it to Yamseka.
Okay.
I said it to every senior member.
What was their response?
And even the last time, the Honorable Modou Sane, I met him and I said the same thing to him.
What was their response?
Did
they say UDP were violent?
Well, they wouldn't say that.
The most peaceful political party in this country is the United Democratic Party. Because let me tell you
something.
No, let me give you an example. Since 1994 and 1996, there has never been any point that any of these political parties ran into any fight with the APRC or even with the security forces but us. But at each of these times, there has never been any time that UDP has been the provocateur. Well, we never did. You can start from the Denton Bridge. You go to Basse, you go to Thailand, and everywhere. We have always been the ones that have been victims of these attacks. So if we wanted, if the United Democratic Party were violent, this country would have been ungovernable. So now, but even at the time that the protest was going on, when Hussein and others were there, and people are going to court, all they do is stand with their banners. There was never any point anybody even had a stick. We are the most peaceful party in this country.
And you look at the comments there like, Fatu, please keep quiet. You are friends with Fatu Babaro. She is the first lady of the Gambia, of course.
But these are the same people who are like, you abandon her. And
yes, and they were saying we abandon her. I'll definitely, if she wants to be friends,
that's the point I'm saying. Yeah, what you have to understand is, whatever you do, me personally, sometimes you should see my inboxes. People insult me. But me, I don't even block them now. If you move it to the extent like come on banning the whole thing, insulting parents, I'll be like, whatever. You don't have anything to share with me. I'll just block those.
But help educate the young ones, because most of these people I did not see before. Lawyer Ousainou Darboe did say that there is no 2016, but with all due respect, I think there is.
What Ousainou is saying, Ousainou is saying this.
Yeah.
So when people keep saying, there are people who are new to the party, blah blah blah. Ousainou is saying it doesn't matter what time you come into the party. UDP is UDP, and we were formed in 1996.
Right.
And that is the point.
I think that was a
I like the matured UDPs. Well, let me tell you, you and Babakar Siddiq, we have our fights all the time. We fight, but we still talk.
Yeah, but
there are some you even have to block them.
Your
mother this, your father that, this.
Those things go beyond politics. There were people that I was friends with.
But can't you stop them?
No, but there are people
UDP. Listen. You go online. You have 5 different media networks all saying they're UDP. You don't have control over your party. You guys cannot put at least some kind of mechanism.
Omar can schedule an interview with Ousainou and ask that part. But I cannot stop anybody from doing what you're doing. There are people that I was friends with during the struggle, right? And unfortunately, our relationships went left. The reason was not because we have differences in political opinion. The difference was because it had gotten to a point that it got to we had a great degree of disrespect, and I thought I cannot associate with those people. And I don't have any problem with them. We just don't interact as much.
Okay, so the next Omar will ask.
Omar, go ahead.
Vice President.
Fire on.
Yes, I'm not gonna fire anything.
Yeah,
but when you
people, let's make this thing clear.
No.
President Barrow is the president, and in fact, Mr. Dawo said that at the Congress to say, anybody who denied that President Barrow is the president of the country, you are insincere. You're crazy, insane, pretty much, right? But you also have to respect the fact that he is the leader of the UDP.
Sensitize the young members of your party.
Okay, we will get to that.
You need to do sensitization for them. The way they're trying to do this, one thing they don't get is you cannot force people into anything.
We're not going to force anybody.
Now. So you need to talk to them.
We're not going to
let them be mature.
Let them tough enough, because when people come at you, stop crying.
No, we will cry for what?
Okay.
I mean, man, if somebody says something to me, I don't like. I give it back.
On social media,
but we
the whole accusations or allegations of intimidation with when you have.
Okay, we're in the media. We hear these things. We know these things right now.
With the media, but you don't want to have anybody.
But it's out there. It's clear.
You don't want to have anybody intimidated. For me,
no, what
intimidate who me?
No, what they.
Whoa, calm down. No, Fadi said our people are aggressive and they intimidate on social media.
For me, I don't have a problem because I interview some people here. Some people are insulted, like what you are and others. But I'm not bothered.
No, you're crazy.
Because you know one thing, I don't engage in confrontation with someone in society. I cannot go with it. I just put it aside.
Yeah, but so there is one. I pay attention.
No,
to this.
I block them and I'll be happy. I'll be happy.
Omar, you anytime. Both of you follow me on social media.
Yeah.
In my disagreement with people, you will say I am annoying.
Very annoying.
Very annoying. But you will not say I'm disrespectful.
And
because one,
not only annoying,
I believe, as crazy as I am, I have the ability to hold a substantive conversation with somebody back and forth until the next day. So these insults and stuff, that's why when they tag somebody insulting, you will not find me in there. And majority of the people you have in our party are like that. So the few people that you see that insulting, maybe we can address them here and there. They'll probably learn
I think you should definitely start talking to them.
But if the president leads the cabinet, if he feels that there is anybody in his cabinet that is impeding his progress, he can remove them.
So like you're just saying it like that.
But it's like that.
But that's not a good idea. Because if he fires if he fires the vice president, we all know that it's not a good idea. That's political suicide. Because what that would do, it would be like what happened in the situation of Macky Sall and President Wade.
So this is what
Macky Sall was President Wade's son. And then there's that
our case is not even an issue of a son and daughter. Let me give a little bit of advice to President Barrow.
Yeah.
Which camera do I look at? Any of these two?
Any of them. You're on this one right now. Yes.
It is very smart of a politician
yes.
to actually pick up your fights pretty well. Hussein does not have any problems with President Barrow as a vice president. But Mr. Dawo is a leader of a political party. When he was being appointed as a foreign minister and appointed as a vice president, everybody knew that he's leading a political party. It would be irresponsible for Mr. Dawo to say, I'm going to leave my political party to die over there only because I'm a vice president. If President Barrow has a problem with anybody within his cabinet that is not serving, he can remove them. But you don't want to pick up a fight with somebody who has more political power and capital than you.
And who is that person who has more political power?
Let
me say, the UDP showed it at buffer zone. Barrow showed it in Basse. So now how do we know who has
the numbers aside? Let's just put the numbers there. Yeah. I'm not talking about the numbers at the rallies. It is unsmart. The reason why you say political suicide is not because Ousainou is a political father or whatever.
How do you gauge that? How do you gauge that you have more political? It's the same party.
No, wait. What is the same party?
It's the same group.
Who?
Barrow and the UDP.
President Barrow is not a member of the United Democratic Party. He resigned on November 3rd of 2016.
Well, he has started saying, I am independent.
Very good. I'm glad he remembered that. He resigned on November 3rd of 2016. And Ajam Sek, our party deputy secretary general, acknowledged that on November 6th of 2016. President Barrow can form his own political party. He can form his own youth movement. That is fine. But the United Democratic Party are going to support the government's agenda. It's that simple.
Okay, so let me just make this clear out there that the insults we were talking about, my dear sister Mariama, it was not for me, because anybody who knows me knows that I'm from Tobacco Road. You insult me, I insult you. You just me, I just you. I know how to do all these things. So it's actually, I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about people who have been complaining about that. And if you look at the comments, you would see them.
So you have energy to just.
I know how to just. You don't know how to do it. I don't even worry. With all this weight, I can still just. But just to say that we're organizing an evening event for the Gambians who are visiting the country right now. Do I call you all semesters? I'm
a returnee. Actually,
semesters.
I am a returnee. I came over here. I'm not going back. So.
Okay, well, he's going back this week. But we're trying to organize something for the semesters, and this will have some ebe, some fufu. Everything will be local. Some crab, some ginger, dahar juice, bui juice, ginger, and that kind of stuff. And it will be free of charge. So we will tell you what date that will be, but it's only for the semesters. If you're not a semester, our CC and others, please, and Omar Wali, please stay away.
I'm from Germany not long ago. I'm from Bonn not long ago.
You came like 6 months ago.
No, I went back again.
No, you're no longer a semester. But yes, we're trying to organize that at the Fatu Network, and in collaboration with some people that you will know later. So we will organize this. We're trying to go somewhere very nice and quiet by the beach, so we can invite you all. We can talk about the struggle days and laugh about things and talk. It's just one Gambia, one family.
Yes.
But you will be away by then. You will not.
No, I'm here. I'm not going back. So, but just to get the conversation back to where it was, there is a point that I want to underscore.
Right. Yes.
Look. Before the change, I personally had always believed that after the change, I do not envy anybody who was going to form the first government, the government right after President Jammeh, because I knew that things were horrible. President Barrow has the easiest job in the world, because when he came in, he has the support from everywhere, pretty much, international support, you know, locally and stuff like that. You know, luckily he does not have all these political parties on his neck. I think what the president needs to do is he already has a development plan. The president can stick to his development plan. If he
after 3 years.
No, he can 3 or 5. Don't even start at the 5-year thing. 3 or 5 years, whenever the president chooses to leave within those time, or whatever the next elections, let the president stick to his programs. Let the country work. People that are supporting him, they're still gonna do what they need to do. The politics is always gonna be there. But all the unnecessary things that are coming out of the State House and the presidency and other places, they are unnecessary. We have to move this country, Fatu. We have to, and that is not just the responsibility of government. But it is very important that we have a leadership that are understanding this, and they are pushing this agenda.
But Imaro said, please don't disown the man.
No, I'm not disowning. I'm not disowning the man. I'm not. I'm just admonishing to say the president has a very simple task ahead of him, but now he's actually complicating it for himself. We can go ahead, be it any other party in the opposition, the National Assembly. Luckily, he hasn't, even though he doesn't have any seat in the National Assembly, but he has National Assembly members that until now have been very, very supportive of the government's agenda. Let them go ahead and change these laws, do the basic things that we want. Any other government that's going to come in, they can pick up from that foundation and we move up.
Did you meet Dusano?
Who is Du?
Because a lot of UDPs have been talking about
I don't know.
I think I saw Du twice.
I don't know Du. What is his position in the party?
He's UDP. This is since 1996.
What is his position in the party? That's what I'm asking.
Yamato. Well, I actually don't know. I heard that he's a UDP member and he's been there since 96. That's all I heard.
Okay.
So you don't know him.
I don't.
You didn't? Did you pay attention to
let me just put something to that flesh. He was, according to him, he joined the party with Barrow in 1996, and he contested as a councillor for New Joshua Ward against Modu Baji. That was when NIS arrested so many people, and he also was in the forefront, and he was appointed a deputy political advisor, and so on. I think that makes some sense.
So you don't know.
So what is his position in the party
currently?
Even before.
Before.
A prominent member.
The point. Okay, exactly.
A prominent
member is not a position. A prominent member is not a position.
Oh,
the point is this, and this is what frustrates me the most about a lot of things that we've seen in this country.
Yeah.
We have been fighting. People have been fighting for this country since independence.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like this whole chest business thing. Like I had done this for XYZ and stuff. With all the interviews that you had with Mr. Dabo, you had never heard Hussein say, "I did this, and that."
Of course.
He's not that kind of person.
I covered the protest. I released that video.
Okay. Exactly. So the point is this. The point I am making is this.
Yeah.
When people come around and say that I was in the UDP since 1996.
No, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Or even say I put $1 million in the UDP. If I come in here and said I put $1 million in the UDP, what do you think? Even Wajwara, who actually moved away from the party eventually, what do you think Wajwara is going to say? What do you think Single Nyas is going to say?
You know,
the Kemis and all those people, Solo Sanders, all those people who died.
Somebody is saying, Pata, please come on, Dinding. You cannot say you don't know Dusano. Somebody just said that. But Pata, you know what I think sometimes? Sometimes I'm like, because Ousainou is a very soft, calm person. Maybe this is why his supporters think, oh, we have to fight for him. Don't you think that could also be it? And say, oh, Abuka film for data la wuli. Okay. Don't you think that is why?
Yeah, but if that's what they wanted to do, they could have done that since before the change.
But then why?
Ousainou, I'm telling you that
so
those who are doing
like that, you don't even know what we're talking about.
I'm telling you, those who are doing that. Those who are saying that or doing that
are
not people who are part of our party. So.
Okay, I know we had these people glued on for 1.3 to 1.2 now. But Omar Wali just sent this. Can you zoom into this? He's saying, he said, I'm hungry. Can we end this? Yeah, because it's too white, the paper. But Omar is saying he's hungry and he wants us to end this. But anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for your time. And the reunion that I'm talking about, it will be... We're looking at a very good location. I'm thinking about somewhere around the beach. It will be free of charge. Anything that you want to eat, fish cake, a grown soup, no a la carte, no kind of... I'm thinking the 26th, day after Christmas and Boxing Day. So it will be, no, you're leaving this week. So it will be for all the semesters for us to come and talk and, you know, laugh and meet each other and network. Is all going to be free. You don't have to bring anything with you, any money with you. Local juice, water, food, ebe, everything. Omar Wali and our Tukulo said you can represent her.
Semester.
Yeah, but Omar said it's semester. But put a final word before you go. You've been to Gambia. Let me ask you first your impression, because I saw you were talking about the little birdie, about the economy. Yeah.
No. You know, there's this thing they say the economy is stupid. I'm not just talking about our economy. I'm just saying, even the birds know what is going on in this country. You know, nobody in this country, nobody is stupid. We all understand what's going on. All this political power thing that we're talking about in here, it's part of the process. In fact, Gambia, we're pretty lucky. Usually in places where they have coalitions that people, like a party leads, everybody is within 6 months or so, people started pulling out and stuff like that. So at least our people are trying to keep this together. My whole thing is, I still believe that we have institutions in this country that need to stay away from all this craziness. That is the legislature and the judiciary and even the security force. Let them just stay away. Let the politicians do what they do. Those who are in the civil service, they're working. Let them just stick to what they do. Let's move the country forward. Everything that we're having in here is part of democracy. You go to the United States, you see what the Republicans are doing. The KKK are marching over there. Some other people are over there. These things happen. We cannot confuse. We must not confuse you and I's disagreement to think that the Gambia is doomed or something, you know.
So
individuals are going to have these kind of things, but in the country, I think the country is in good track.
Somebody told me yesterday that if you follow social media, you think, oh my God.
Yes. That's one thing I noticed.
Yes.
That's one thing I noticed.
You know, we've been telling you, but you guys don't believe us. Yes.
When I came in here, I swear to God, man, I have never seen a single person who is angry.
Yes.
I have never seen a single person who insulted me.
Yes.
Not even all the foolishness I was doing, not even one person tell me, man, like, what did you say this on social media? No. When I was in the Gambia, at some point, I swear to God, I thought that even with this tribal stuff, I thought that some people were walking around with guns trying to hunt some other people.
When you were in the U.S.
When I was in the U.S.
Yes.
Like, this place is cool.
Yeah.
Like, the bird that came over to my crib was looking at me like, my man, you in a good place.
See? So with all the noise on social media, it's not what it's
this place is cool, man. That's why I returned. That is why I returned.
Well, thank you very much, Pata, for your time. Omar Wali, you can go eat now. But again, once again, the date is the 26th of December. And Len is saying, why not February? We cannot have this in February. We already announced it. It's going to be on the 26th of December. The venue, we will let you know. But you have to be a semester to get in. I'm not even sure by Omar and Awa. We'll have to work on that and see. Well, thank you very much for your time. It's really nice to be here. You see, my addiction to camera is coming back. Hopefully, I would try to do something very soon, do a show or something. But I am Fatou Camara, and thank you all very much for your time.
Omar Wali here.
Thank you.